Can we step back a little bit? Everybody take like maybe a step or two back. We all witnessed Shlomo today, and maybe some of you didn't witness it today, but you were still with him, and you have seen him, and you know him. And I know that myself, I've seen him since he was a small newborn. And
for that.
Yeah.
Indeed. And I remember him at one particular night, stiff as a board, screaming. And there was nothing that could put him at ease. Not his mother's voice, not his song. And I just felt there's so much fight. He's so much. There's so much in him. He wants to get out. And I remember being so taken aback by the force that was within him. And seeing him over the years, I'm amazed, as you all are, at the man that he's become today. And I think it's so appropriate to say that in front of our community, in front of who we are today in this circle for Shlomo. And so I invite you to say a word, sing a song, whatever comes to you. But we're honoring you and who you've become today and who you've always been. Are you really eating a bagel right Believe it or not, he's about to be bar mitzvahed as well. Eat a lot of bagels.
I also have a picture of Shlomo that he took when he was, and you've seen it, when he was younger. And it was when it was her soccer picture. And we were trying to get him to smile for that picture. And in his mind, he felt he needed to roar. So if you look at the picture, his mouth is like, and all I can say is, it was cajoling, there was threatening, there was everything to try to get him to just smile in these pictures that were going to be paid for. And he was not going to smile. And every time the camera would come, he would go, I know this. And so that to me has been your spirit from day one. And you just, it's you, you know, it's you are you've had such, you're a fighter at heart. You really are. And you have such a powerful, powerful spirit. And I wish nothing to crush it, but I don't think anything can. Because I will tell you that before you had language, you had fight. So, yeah.
Shlomo, I always have seen you as a person that has this wonderful combination of intellect and insight and integrity, and that they blend together in this unique activist role. Almost every time you learn something new, you want to do something about it. You want to do something to make a difference. And to me, that's just the most exciting thing that could happen. Theodore Roosevelt, Republican, but that's okay.
They were different back then.
They were different back then. That's a great line. But he had basically said that life belongs to those who are in the arena and who feel the dust and sweat and tears of all around them and know how to bring joy and meaning into that sphere. And I'm also reminded, since Kayla was even telling a joke too, I thought I'd share, when you were coming back up to San Francisco with us after staying at the cabin the last time, and I thought you were asleep part of the time, and I turned around and you were reading, I says, oh, what are you reading? The Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. And I said, what? He says, oh, well, there's a part here on narcissism, and I thought maybe I could understand Trump.
More and more with each passing moment. That added just immeasurably to, you know, I would say for a small body, but you're not a small body anymore. But for a young body, the wisdom that you have stuffed in, along with the fight, will take you very far. and you have my blessings.
So Shlomo, last time I saw you, I think, you came to my laboratory at Rutgers, and you were in wonder of the science that we do. And it's complicated, but I tried to at least engage you in the world of science. And I think for you, at that time, you were interested in intellectual curiosity about how the world works. And I would keep that as an option open to you, because you have the intellectual curiosity, and you have also a perspective of thinking about things that is different than most of us. So keep that as something in your earworm, in your head. That would be a way for you to also help to make a difference. It's a rabbi of a different sort.
Shlomo, I hope you have an excellent birthday. Punch in the wind.
So last year, I gave you a ride home from the JCC, and when you got in the car with me, you started asking me a lot of questions about Neanderthals that were over my head. And about halfway through the drive, you confessed, or I realized, that you were interviewing me for a project. And that project was to figure out what adults' perceptions of Neanderthals were. And the complexity of that experience opened my eyes to what a deep thinker you are, and your ability to see things from so many perspectives. And anyway, that super stuck with me and made me laugh and cry all at the same time. But your ability to arouse in others the curiosity that you have in yourself is one of your gifts. And I really appreciate that you shared that with me, whether you know it or not.
So I just want to take a moment to note and recognize the love and compassion that I see between you and your mom in both directions. I think that's just really wonderful.
I'm remembering several weeks after he was born, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to let anything stop me from being a wild warrior, dancer, single mother. So it's just going to be fine. And so I packed you in the car, and Jim and Leo were thinking, where are you going? Why are you doing this? Why are you spending the summer at music camps? And so I took you off to these many music camps, and it was hard that I didn't know your nervous system then, that it was hard to hear that much music. It was hard to be around that many people. And we left, and then I think maybe next summer I tried again, and we were at Middle Eastern camp, and 2 or 3 days in, oh, but this child I carried while I learned the flamenco dance, and music, I know it's part of your life. I have to try again. And it was really hard. It was too much sound, it was too many people, and I remember taking a walk in the Redwoods, Mendocino camp, and as soon as we were away from the music, it's just that your spirit just this incredible exhale, and I just took you into the open air, under the trees, and just the expansiveness of how your spirit could find rest in nature was always clear. It just always shifted you. And what's beautiful about this story is in careful ways, we kept walking the spiral of how is music going to be reintroduced. And there were times, and I apologize, I pushed it too far. My conviction that music needed to be a cape around you. It was hard to figure out when, where, how. Is it right now? Is this the moment? And I feel so blessed that Eric is here and Bonnie is here, and so many people who have been part of your ancestry of music are here, and little by little, one foot in front of the other, you are in this world of music, and you are a musician, and you are so held in that world. And today, hearing how your voice had such confidence and such earnestness, and how you sing and how you pray, and singing and praying really being the same thing, I feel so moved, and I feel like even as I stumbled and I tripped and I tried to figure it out, I think that I saw in you how important music is, and I'm glad that it's here to wrap around you again and for the rest of your life.
Well, Becca, maybe part of that's because you put him in a concert hall even before he was born. Do you remember that body cast that you put in yourself of your pregnancy that is an actual reflection of your pregnancy? It's still in the spare bedroom. You can have it anytime.
Please.
You can serve food out of it. So you can buy
I'm really echo all that I've heard said in this circle thus far about you. And I also, it's interesting what you bring up too about that quiet in nature, because I too remember that time when you were a wee, tiny, little, brand new human being here, and the days could be so hard. And every so often you and I would take long nighttime walks, and I would take you and we would walk for an hour, maybe two in the night. And in that quiet night, there was this quiet in you too. And there is a beautiful ferocity in you. There is this desire to know the world, to really know the world and understand it. But there's also a quiet. There's that quiet place. And only with the combination of that desire to know and the quiet can you find wisdom. Remember to find that quiet too.
With all this, yeah. With all this talk about what a deep thinker he is, an activist and warrior, his Aunt Diane and I have to witness that he can also play. As we discovered last summer when he was at the cabin, and we taught him how to fly kites and to chase string when he lets go of it all over the manzanita. But he stuck with it, I think, really played with it. That's something to celebrate also.
Hey, Shlomo, even though I haven't known you for a little while, only for about maybe a month or two, but you're a fun person to be with, and I like your sense of humor.
I do too. He's funny.
Anybody else?
I'll say
So-
something. I think I've known you for about a week, but that was a year ago. And, but I'd like to preface it with a thought that I have, which is that it's interesting how we use the word child as both an insult and as a compliment, because if you're childlike, it's wonderful, and if you're childish, it's bad. But what I notice is that you and I share the same sort of joy in the dance and in the motion, and that made me so happy last year at LARC camp. And it also makes me think of one of my favorite jokes, which is a young person comes home and says, "Daddy, when I grow up, I want to be a musician." And the father says, "Sorry, you can't do both." And I think that you have that kind of spirit, that's the playful, childlike spirit that's going to go on with all the other things that people have said here about you. That makes me so happy to be part of your life.
Okay, so I'm going to say something, and I'm probably going to offend you at the same time, but we have this in common, because I'm going to call you Osiris, and everyone else is not going to call you Osiris, which is respecting your wish. I understand. But we beat to a different beat, and we always like to push boundaries, and I think you're amazing. I think your brain is really awesome. I think it's amazing that you can memorize books. I think that you are smarter than most people in the room, and I think it's an honor. I think it's an honor, and I think you're really awesome. So So congratulations on another year.
My memories are when I first met you, which was when you were 3, I believe, and spending time with you, and we'd go over saying your name and where you lived. You used to always smile and say, "I'm Osiris from Marin City." Marin City, always, and that was one of my joyful memories with you, and seeing just you grow. I mean, you've sprouted really tall. I remember you were, well, you weren't this small, but you were a little one, and now you're probably still taller than me. I'm not. I know you're taller than Caleb. And you're probably still growing. So, but it's an honor and it's a blessing to see you develop into the person you've become, because I've seen you from before full sentences, young people talking to being mature teenager.
All of those words mutually exclusive.
Well, I am somebody that simply loves that you love to argue. And any time of day, any time of night, you can start talking about anything, and it will blossom into some incredible argument. That's not true.
I wonder when jeans come.
Wonderful. Can we have a dance while we're waiting for food to come?
Yeah. So if we want to have dance, it's a little bit of a tight space, so we should do a long ways set kind of dance where you find a partner. Normally I'd probably do a circle. We could do a circle. Let's make 2 circles, inner and outer. So we'll have in the center.
Yeah.
Circle the other way back. Hey! We're going to the middle for 4 steps in. Go. Then I'm going to say, swing somebody. Swing? So just when I say swing somebody, let me tell you 1 or 2 things. Often there's sort of a lady gent version of ballroom swing, but you can just do an elbow swing, or you can hold 2 hands with somebody, whatever feels most comfortable. And if there's 1 person without somebody to swing, or 2 people, you can swing 2 people at the same time. But 4 together, that's 2. So, and then the last thing we'll do is something called promenade, which means you just take the partner and you put them side by side and you face, let's see, the counterclockwise. And go this direction. And you walk, promenade means walk. So you do a promenade. Then you face the center, join hands and make a circle again. And normally what we do is we say, we give you 4 beats of warning that's going to tell you about how fast we're going to go. And in the 70s, this has been dubbed 4 potatoes. Sounds about like that. That was in the wrong key. So, what?
Any notes, man.
I can play B flat? Okay. So we're going to get 4 beats. Circle it up. Back to the right. Up to the middle, it takes all night. Back on up, do it once more, so we get on the floor. Swing somebody around. Promenade this partner around. in the middle of your name is Shlomo. And that was beautiful because Shlomo at the last moment demonstrated the traditional pogo dance. So, are we still waiting for food? Yes, we are. Find a partner and we'll do an old dance called the Virginia Reel. From right here, why don't everybody down at the center go that way and towards the band, and everybody from here come towards us, so that we'll make 2 sets. So the way we do these dances, if you ever go to a contra dance or if you go to a traditional square dance, we always walk through the dance first. We let you know how it's all going to work so that it won't be a total mystery. And then we play the music, and I do what's called dance calling to remind you how it goes. So the first thing we do in this dance, in the traditional way, is we hold hands in long lines. So you hold hands with the people on either side of you. And then you might want to take, if you can, a little half step away from your partner so that there's a little space between you. Because the first thing we're going to do is go in, and we're going to go what's called forward and back. What are we playing? We're going to play a tune called Shove That Pig's Foot a Little Further in the Fire. Where do you want us to play? Oh my God. Well, some people say, well, you know, a pig's foot. Gotta love America. We have a pig's foot. So you go in kind of like a dance for 3. You go 1, 2, 3, back right out, and here we go. That was beautiful. You want to do it again? Okay, let's just do it once more, just to try to get it out of our system. Okay? Here we go. That's twice. I have a hard time counting to 1. So now, here's what I think is the hard part of the dance. You must figure out which is your right hand. And then you have to figure out which is your left hand. And we're going to do what's called a right hand turn of your partner. Some of us might call it an Allemande right. You give your partner your right hand, help them around by leaning back a little bit and walk all the way around. Go. And then you should be back on your own side if you want to around. And now the chair. That chair is really heavy. I'm only coach kid. Okay, so then we're going to do a left hand turn. Now we're going to do the move that... do we have 4 people to... No. We need about 5 or 6 people.
Everybody just go.
I've tried to move that chair before. That chair like weighs about 90 pounds. Oh, it's okay. Because basically married. Move that chair. Does everybody know do-si-do?
Yeah, there we go.
I think we were doing
Okay, so do-si-do is, if you want to learn a little bit, it's anglicized French. Now, if you speak French, which I don't, and I said do-a-do, you might know what it means back to back. And that means you're going to walk around your partner without touching them, and you're going to go do-a-do, do-a-do, not do-a-deer, but do-a-do. And then you're going to go around once, and then you're going to swing your partner any way you want to swing. So let's do the do-si-do trick. Let's do it with the music. So here goes the do-si-do, go. Swing your partner once around. And now, so that's the whole first part of the dance. Let's see if we can practice it all. I'll remind you what we're going to do. We're going to go forward and back twice. We're going to do a right hand turn, left hand tune, a do-a-do or do-si-do, and then a swing your partner. And we're going to do 4 beats for nothing first. Forward and back. Again. Right hand turn. With your partner, do-si-do. Then swing your partner. So now we have to take advantage of the fact that we have one top couple, and that couple is closest to us. It's Shlomo and his partner, and then it's these two handsome and lovely young people who are over here. They are going to do a move called sashay down the middle. Which means they take two hands, and they skip sideways down the middle. They go. Then they go back. At this point, although I know that it looks like everybody here is extremely agile, and I'd like to take a point, I'd like to make a small point about safety. Can I dance with you?
Yeah.
Some of us are quite young and agile, and we go like this. Woo! Tear it up, Eric.
Don't break your wrist.
Well, it's known as carpal tunnel. But some of us, if we're older and don't kid around so much, we look like this. And I like to say this because I think that we like it when everybody dances with each other. And so whatever you feel comfortable with and safe with, do that so that you take care of yourself when you're dancing. Don't feel like you have to dance like out the door and back here. Because we're very happy that you're dancing no matter what. So let's have our two top couples sashay down the middle again. Ready, go. And now we do a move that's technically called cast off single file on the outside, but number one, they can hear from the left back two and promenade up 2 by 2. Oh, she's been to livestock auctions. Yeah, I can do those too. Oh, wow. Okay. We used to have goats on the farm. Okay, so what this really means, we've come to call the first part of this follow the leader and peel the banana. So because it's a little tight space, take a step towards your partner, face the stage. The top couple is currently the leader. You're going to follow the person in front of you. The top couple is going to peel off.
What's the capital of Ethiopia? What's the capital of Ethiopia?
That's a very good question. Anybody know?
I do.
What is it?
Addis Ababa.
Addis Ababa?
Yeah.
Oh
It's a
God.
trick question because I know the answer.
Well, I know those trick questions. Like, what country do you land in? If you go in South America, you go straight south from Miami. What country in South America do you land in?
After you get into the water?
Well, that's actually, you got it right. You don't land in any country, you land on the Pacific Ocean because all of South America is east of the tip of Miami. Trick question. Well, let's get our experience honorary, top couple back up to the top. The one that just... But just remember, after you go through the dance once, you stay down there and look somebody else do the top. The Virginia Reel, a very old dance. Forward and back.